Mark is essentially a playwright. Mark's meant to be read while people are acting out in front of you. And if you read Mark in that context, it really makes this, because in Mark, the disciples like don't say anything, right? They kind of bumble around and they're following the Lord, and the Lord's the main speaker. Well, it's because Mark's meant to be seen and heard at the same time. It can take Mark and make it from one of your least favorite to one of your most favorite overnight when you put it in context of why it's written and why it's one of the earliest gospel accounts that we have. So while all those things are great, at the end of the day, we are in second or third hand witnesses, except for Paul in the New Testament. And while the data is strong and good and early, and while we have independent attestation for Christ in the old world from Greek historians and from Josephus and Tacitus, one of the Roman historians, among others, there's early accounts of the Lord that you can learn a lot about his life, even from extra biblical accounts. At the end of the day, the strongest evidence ever offered for the resurrection of Christ to mankind is through the Book of Mormon and 3rd Nephi. The thought that 2,500 people at Temple Bountiful saw the resurrected Christ and witnessed him. And in chapter 11 of 3rd Nephi, the congregation comes up to the Lord and reaches their hands and touches his side, and then cry out and exclaim, Hosanna to the Lord. The greatest evidence for the resurrection as an independent attestation, as an independent witness to Christ, ever offered to the world comes through the Book of Mormon.